Yeah, how many shocks can you continue to look through if it's shock after shock after shock? 2 hours away from the cash open. Here are your morning neighbors with Yahira. Hi, Lisa. Jeffries is pouring cold water over Apple's 4-day winning streak, with shares falling 1.3% in the pre-market after the firm downgraded the stock. It says its supply chain checks suggest Apple has scrapped that all-glass 20th anniversary iPhone because it was just too difficult to manufacture at scale. And they say that's a major setback for Apple's plans to make more premium, higher priced iPhones as it tries to offset those soaring memory and component costs. Meanwhile, it's a different story at HPE due to some sell-side action. We are seeing shares up 5.8% after analysts at Morgan Stanley upgraded the stock this morning. The bank basically saying they got the hardware trade wrong. They thought that soaring component costs would cause companies to pull back their spending. Instead, they say they're seeing companies that demand is holding up as companies basically replace aging infrastructure and spend more as they anticipate prices to go up even further. So, two very interesting calls out this morning on hardware, with enterprise faring a lot better than the consumer side. And we end on space, and SpaceX shares up 3% this morning, extending a more than 20% gain over the past 5 sessions. That loss of exploration came and went with no meaningful pressure on the stock. We are also seeing market last up 3%, and it reports after the bell today. Thank you so much, Yahira. On our radar this morning, President Donald Trump saying the U.S. is only, quote, negotiating with Iran on the Strait of Hormuz, telling Axios the country is, quote, locating it as Iran battles high inflation and limited funds due to the U.S. blockade of its naval ports. Meanwhile, the Pentagon asking major U.S. defense companies to boost production as shortage concerns arise. The Deputy Secretary of Defense writing in a letter seen by Bloomberg, quote, years-long development cycles are not acceptable, citing programs run by RTX, Lockheed Martin, Boeing, and others. And the AI spending boom powers on. TSMC reporting a 45% increase in monthly sales, signaling continued demand for AI hardware, with revenue for the chipmaker reaching $14.5 billion for the month of July. Notably, that 45% was a deceleration from the prior month. So even though it looks amazing, and you are seeing the shares kind of barely moving, that's the reason why. That's the reason why everyone thought it was going to be a little bit higher, but still, this is an incredible number. And I go back to what Sarah Kuhn said earlier to us at the last hour. This is the linchpin of AI. This is the linchpin of AI hardware, and TSMC is still doing well. I mean, it's been down since June, but I think since year to date, it's up some 50%. Everything stems back to Taiwan Semiconductor. And frankly, the incredible capex that's being poured into building out AI-related capability. We've already seen a record pace of debt sales. But one thing that people say is that this isn't going to be necessarily the peak. The capital raise peak will probably come next year when it comes to debt sales. So this is only going to continue. As Dan Ivory said, what are we in? The early innings. I'm glad you mentioned all these companies, though, because I can't get over the fact that they pledged nearly $2.4 trillion when it comes to the data space build-out. Yeah, unbelievable. It's something that we've seen consistently, and somebody's got to pay for that. Let's stick with that story. Debt buyers growing more skittish as AI as hyperscalers and developers look to borrow billions of dollars to fund new data centers. Underwriters now spacing out debt sales and signaling a slower issuance pace. Bloomberg Tassos Vassas joins us now for more. Tassos, give us a sense of just how much pushback there's been to some of these massive $25 billion sales coming out of some of the big tech names.
Indeed, which, by the way, $25 billion, when you used to get it back in the day, it was once in a blue moon situation. Nowadays, we see that every few weeks. Every time we have a new hyperscaler coming to the market, banks are speaking to investors, and investors are telling them one thing. I'm a bit concerned that this is becoming a bit too much. Why would I buy a new issue when there can be another massive issue coming around the corner? Just wait for that, because in the meantime, the new bond I'm going to buy is going to drop in the secondary market. Nobody wants that. Eventually, you wouldn't buy a new bond, you just wait for it to drop further.
Sessions, bro.
Ask investors, what do you think is going to drive hyperscaler spreads in the next 12 months? 60% of them said the supply cadence, which they meant the pace of supply. Whether AI is going to play out as an investment proposition was far lower, 25% of investors.
You should secure now as your take profit one. I've shared this in my VIP channel. It was a buy gold. Even the so good I had it. How you, bro? I'm good.
And frankly, there's only an accelerated pace of issuance on deck, potentially even to 2027. So at what point is it...
So there is something I'm actually waiting for us to get a very perfect buy setup. This is a scalping one. I've given it in my VIP channel. And it's actually moving up well. It's performing. Okay? It's actually performing. It's performing. And we are live on YouTube, so could join us, then we see how we shall enter the New York session, how the New York session will actually be. Can we buy now? I'm always waiting for a live to catch some bread, but I find when it has already moved. And I think you're Mr. Who? Big Marvin. I think you're not also in my groups, okay? And if you're not in my groups also, you might miss out so much sometimes. Because when I come on live, in most cases, I come when the setups have already actually actually ready we are ready to enter. So sometimes when you come late or when you spend sometimes like this buy, these are 15-minute candles. We entered on this black one, okay? And you can see that these two are performing well. Do we hope the market to have a large buy move by the end of today? I wouldn't. I'm not. We shall see actually how the markets perform.
So when we hear things about one part
I'm yet to join your mentorship. Yeah, you could join up. You could join, then we see how things actually go. So this is a gold. You can see the entries, sniper entries. Sniper entries. This shows that I actually know how the markets behave. And if you go check the copy trading right now, for it I don't take a lot of time in the market, but the sell I gave out in the morning, I actually took it. And also this buy that is moving right now, I took it. So you could check. I've just taken 2 entries today, and it's the buy and sell that I actually gave out also. So meaning we are on the right track. We are on the right track. Yeah, buy with me, buy with me.
In the AI theme is going to go well. I think that's a guarantee from here because this is a very broad space. And in many cases, we've seen some thematic ideas in the past where if you identify the theme correctly, you can invest across it and the rising tide will lift all boats.
Scalper, our client play here. I'm blocking the
AI is a place you need to be selective because it's becoming increasingly complex. When we think about underwriting,
gold is buying right now.
You need to think not only about the corporate exposure,
and
you're thinking about the tenant risk.
I believe you're going to make some large amounts in this New York session.
You're thinking about what are the opportunities for power generation, how contracted are those?
It's actually confirming, more buys. I'm waiting for some candles to close somewhere, above somewhere, and we get in more buys again. But this one, we are scalping, so you should bear aware.
We actually did some work on the more than 300 data center deals over the last 2.5 years. And we found something interesting, which is that about a third of those were financed by banks, about a third by the public markets, and then about a quarter by private credit. So this is an ecosystem that is getting financed by multiple of our financing options. And you need a lens across all of them to see where the structure's right, where the pricing right, and having a full picture across all of them, I think, is the way to immunize yourself going forward. Emily, you mentioned a bunch of risks when you look at how to invest in AI. What about the political risks? We're sitting here in New York, and there was a moratorium, a ban for a year, basically, on data centers. People don't want them in their backyard, and this is becoming a huge election issue, especially into the midterms.
Well, you couldn't possibly talk about something more fun for a credit person than risk. So definitely a good place to go. But I would say that really gets to the main point, which is that there is a complexity underneath data center financings, and each project can look different. They're in different geographies with different permitting processes.
We are waiting for USCJP. USCJP hasn't confirmed, but it is on our way to give us something good.
Because that's really where I think lenders can support great projects and do well over time.
Intel just came out and announced a proposed $15 billion stock offering. This isn't just a debt story. This is a financing story across the entire capital structure. We're seeing the shares lower by about 3% in pre-market trading. It just highlights how if there was trillions of dollars necessary over the next couple of years to build out the incredible tech infrastructure, it's going to be required to come from all places. Do these equity issuances, and we've seen this from other companies as well earlier this year, improve the profile of the private credit space, of the credit space overall, or potentially increase the risk of correlation between stocks and bonds to a degree that we haven't seen for a long time?
I think both are important considerations. What we're seeing here is a trend that even goes beyond AI and data centers into really one of the important emerging trends in private credit, which is the interconnectedness of markets. We're seeing increasing convergence between public and private credit, and to your point, we're seeing increasing
those people who haven't entered yet, relax. We shall have another entry very soon. They will either pull back and we get the entry, or they just push above, then we get our entry from above. So let's be on and relax.
Leverage was building out in the system that was really highlighted by situational awareness, but frankly has come roaring back since a small washout period?
Yeah, in many ways what I'm seeing right now is a market that is really, because of its maturity and its increasing maturity in private credit, becoming a market that you can't tag with just one brush. So
we're live on YouTube. If you want to get a perfect view, you could actually join that YouTube channel. Also subscribe to that YouTube channel. Yeah, we had in a very good live in the morning. You remember the sale that we had, it actually brought in some good amounts, if you guys were on. But then I got problems with power here and had to go off. And right now we are here trying to see what will happen. USDJPY, I'm not recommending it right now because it didn't perform the way I wanted it to perform. It did not perform the way I wanted it to perform. But for gold sale, we got that sell move from here. You guys, if you actually were on in the morning, we got a sell from this point of 43.60. It has moved over 300 pips. That's what hurts me. That's what hurts me in trading. And when you check that copy trading, for me I got like 40 pips, 60 pips, and I feel like it's enough for me. But now look how this market is actually behaving. It's bringing in some good amounts, and I assure you, money is coming very soon. Bro, all I need is laptop if you don't mind. Yes, I don't mind. No, let me tell you the reasons why I be having a lot of screens. First of all, I'm a profitable trader. And many people who don't understand why I have all these screens are not profitable yet. Now, I use different strategies, as I told you. I use very, very many things. So if I use one computer, it won't give me what I need. Stuart, hey. I made 178 from 33. Guys made money in the morning. Yeah, bro, Kevin, don't forget to join copy trading. I think it also work for you. Minimum deposit is $100. Child of Gold, Stuart, hey, hello. That person knows asking why I be having a lot of screens. Guys, for gold, secure some positions. Yeah, I'm seeing something here. And that won't work out, won't work the way I want it to work. So, this is always my job. That's why you see me with a lot of computers here, because it's my office, it's my job. I respect trading, okay? And since I make or I earn from trading, that means that I have to give it respect. I won't use a setup of $100 that I want to make 10K or 20K or 30K, okay? What's your bias on DXY? Do you guys have news to have a bias on DXY? Do you guys have news to have to start thinking of DXY? I'm actually not. I actually don't just look at DXY all the time. But I am seeing people on YouTube are just 14. Maybe guys are
just make sure it's solving problems. On the game development side, I've gone to a lot of our studios, whether big and small, and I'm blown away with how they're using AI in the production pipelines, how they're using it for iteration and prototyping. That's not production ready, there's still work. And so, 30% of game development is software, and so there's the traditional applications that we see in enterprise. At the same time, I do not think AI will replace AAA games. I think it's entirely possible, though, that AI represents a new category of games, a new type of development, and enables more people to create and participate. And we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll see how we best serve that.
Of global finance, economics, and you see, guys, when I told you that you should close some positions, you see what's happening. Gold is dropping like crazy. That's what we tell you. For us, we've been knowing how the market will react. I told these guys, close some positions. We're going to get another intro, and you see what's happening.
And we're here, where the action starts in Sydney and in Tokyo.
You guys are aware that we know how markets react. I can know that markets will change from this section. And now what we are going to do, we are going to relax and wait for the market to maybe reach the zone of now 43.20 there. If at all it reaches that level, we shall have in our setup there. This was a scalp one, and it gave us something wonderful. So now let's come and target where we have this volume, where we have this.
Intel selling shares now. S&P futures almost flat on the day. The dollar gaining versus the yen. Crude higher, and so are yields. Under surveillance this morning. Parsing the data.
It's actually remarkable how unremarkable the data is. I've been pretty out of my
Sorry.
I just don't see that as...
It will sell to some good level down there. We wait for buys from there.
Yeah, maybe it's an okay labor market.
I have a point of interest here.
You need to grow faster. You need to put more people to work. And I think that to me is the philosophy that the Fed has to employ today.
Guys, be aware. I'm seeing it dropping to some certain level there. Anyway, there's also one thing that I want to tell you. You guys, we are going to make money together as a community, because there are things I see right now. You don't know, guys, how we are going to make the community going to call us center. Bro, never toyogera. Kumbo jikutu bibiri.
Yanakuwa kwa chichachino.
Bro, katika mino sasa tujigabane mugabane.
Gabana inakuwa kwa chicho.
Ukadde. Na ujegai, njogera na toyogera. Dakika 2 utandikira.
Dakika 2.
There is something I've noticed with the things that I'm adding in the coffees that I'm adding in. I left them some time back, but I believe we are going to make so much money with them because if you are re-entering, it's going to be very, very easy. You can now say a re-enter. Re-enter. I can say re-entry. So, I know there are people in profits of buys. Remove the buys. Musije mtu reluctant. Ninachoimva kunotisinga nichiendabi. You can see where money will come from. Naye ate tugenda kukwata zino. Tugenda kukwata zino balowooza kati batandika okugawana abaana. Nga kitabuse ekintu kye bakola. Ate okay. Okay.
You can't solve the energy issue, right? Supply demand. That's coming from the Middle East. AI investment doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. That price pressure is still there. Higher rates aren't going to really make a big difference. And then same thing with tariffs. So those are the three areas where we're seeing most of the inflation pressures coming. Those slightly higher interest rates aren't really going to solve that. But if you communicated,
guys, there is something I've noticed. Okay, quote me well. This like listen very well because this is going to be a very good setup. The one that I'm giving right now. First of all, like it or not, the market is going to take out the Asian low. Maybe in the New York session. So gold is still dropping. Okay. The market is going to take out the Asian low. That's one thing. Let's see if you have something serious there also. I think this is another block. Yeah, this is one. Let me mark it. Okay. We're having another block on the same zone. You guys don't want to listen carefully. Listen carefully for this. It's going to be a good one. We are going to take out the Asian low. That's one. We are going to tap into that other block that is down there. So we shall have buys at a point of 43.13 to 43.09. We're having buys there. And I've also noticed some volume there. So relax. And if I could show you the setup, we are going to show you this setup here. The setup for the New York session. It's going to be a good one. Kati, there is one thing I don't want to tell people, but if I wanted to tell you, I would tell you that if you look for sell entries right now, I'm not advising it so much, but whenever you get a salary entry right now, get it because you are going to drop. They're dropping to a certain level. Let me mark, I think the London high, New York high, maybe. Let me mark the New York high. This is going to be a very good setup if at all it triggers. Let me actually put it for you guys on YouTube. I want you to get the real figures. I want you to take in some screenshots, okay? Let me see. Okay, let me give it to you the way it is. Should I? Yes. Okay. Guys on YouTube, check this out. Check this out. Guys, check this out. This is the setup for today. Okay, guys, take screenshots. Take screenshots now. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. We are live trading on YouTube. Never know.
It does make a trend, and right now people are uncertain of exactly where to go. And coming up, we'll get some certainty from Eric Johnston of Cantor Baird. State Street CEO Yijin Hung and This is
Anything that humans today can do, yes, that will change the lives of humans currently on the earth.
Well, first of all, people who switch over are getting the benefit right away. But coming back to the point about the fossil fuel industry and our debt now, there's an old saying that came from the king of Saudi Arabia years ago. The Stone Age didn't end because of a shortage of stones. It ended because something better came along. Something better is coming along now.
But we shall say about it, don't worry.
And threatening humanity's future.
Okay.
The cheapest electricity.
Guys, we are live on YouTube, and guys, take screenshots of that. Take screenshots now of that. YouTube don't get that. Okay. Guys, take screenshots of that. Someone is asking, can you place orders if you've got a good re-entry for sales? If you've got a good re-entry for sales, other than that, don't. Market has formed CRT, meaning it's not coming down. Buying now is a good decision. Okay.
And people say, they're looking for a high number. They make 30%, 35%. Correct answer is 93%.
I saw that comment on YouTube. You might be right.
The electricity generating industry.
Ghana. Remember, with the trading, everyone can be right. Till you see that you're in the losses, then that's when you know that not everyone has to be right. I would tell people to sell right now, but I don't know how you guys will. Yeah, I'm seeing a sell right now. Selling to buy. Yeah, if you're buying, please leave the buys alone. When we are there making our research, you people don't be active, you be sleeping, you be enjoying the weekends. And for us, we be making research, that's why you see we be good at scalping. So take a screenshot of this chart. Let's wait and see how it will play out. Guys, don't forget to follow this YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm seeing people following it. Okay, that's very nice. Yeah. Mentorship, tap the link in the bio, get my number, we shall talk about it. Because when I tell people the price here, they be like, it's too small, eh? So I don't want to say it here, because people will feel that mentorship is as if I'm giving it for free. So I want to. So guys, securing those buys. We are going to have another setup in the New York session because market is dropping down. So I know you guys made in some profits, but then cancel in the buys or set in break evens, because I'm seeing a perfect sale, and at around 43.14 there, 43.09, we shall have in some perfect buy entries. My sister, I want to say to people, utambula nnyo. Sister wange ndaba atambula nnyo. YouTube is active. Maybe you're not just seeing me on YouTube. You're not maybe just seeing my face. I'm also seeing it as if it's not active, but it's active. I think you guys can see the chats, even if you don't see me. May I have no use.
The reason why everyone is looking forward to this, though, especially, is because we know that feels like this is really the function and the idea that everyone.
I think you're just not seeing me because. And you guys, I actually told you I'm not so good in thingy. I'm not so good in technical things here, so you bear with me. Guys, I didn't check if you have any news today, but I don't think so. Let me check.
Said he is downgrading the shares to underweight because of their supply chain checks, which suggest that maybe their all-Apple, all-glass iPhone has been canceled due to low yields, and then Intel coming out with a $15 billion share.
Today is Monday, August 10th. We don't have any major news today. So meaning we shall move with the algo. CPI is on Wednesday. But I wonder why you people like this news so much. The news are always good. You can get money, but I don't advise it so much for people to take it actually. Bro, buy was a gem.
What is Apple going to do? What's the point of buying an iPhone then if you have something new and exciting? But you can see why shares are dropping if they don't think this iPhone is ever going to come to market. Yeah, it's notable to me the response in what we're seeing with Apple shares more than with Apple. Because Apple is down by 1% as a result of this downgrade. The fear of dilution, especially after how much the shares have rallied over the past 6 months, you can see that the idea of selling more equity just raises the specter that maybe all this capex isn't going to be monetized to the same degree that people had expected. You're seeing this in the bond market, not in the story, but the confidence is becoming more real, and people are not something like the
I want to join. Tap the link in the bio.
So a little bit soft on the details. Those are a little bit thin, and potentially that's also why people are a little bit like, not so sure about this.
So guys, you could actually copy you should join my copy trading, because for today I've taken 2 entries, and those 2 entries have actually moved on well so far. We are very, very okay. Actually today, I think today I've made like 26%. Today. You could show them this. See how it is. I think today I've made in some few positions, some few profits. You could check on how it is moving perfectly. Okay. And today there is this bus sale, this buy, I think. I took it, so you don't even need to maybe look at your charts. And then there is also this, this was a sale. I closed it, but it moved over 300 pips. So for me, I'm good at maybe scalping what and what, but I always have to. Now, we have 12 people now for copy trading. You could join in. Minimum deposit is $100. You grow together. I've so far grown these accounts 326%. So to join, let me show them how they should join. You should come, just tap on go to my bio since you're on TikTok already, or even YouTube. You will find this link tree. Okay, when you see this link tree, you tap into the link tree like this. When you tap into the link tree, you will see a lot of things. You will see my Telegram channel and people are joining it also. You will see my YouTube. You could subscribe there. Good content is coming, and also that's where we do the live trading. Then this is the broker that actually used to trade, okay? And then this is the copy my trades. So when you say copy my trades, you tap into copy my trades, it takes you directly into this. You see the growth? 326% in just 5 days, and we are moving on good. You could see even the trades that I'm actually taking, how I trade, things like that. Okay. But I think people are busy because on YouTube maybe some people are having it. Nothing's showing.
I just wonder what some of these companies know that we don't. Why are they front-loading
You
all
want to use the filter with you there, best to have you. Yeah, sure.
Someone is use Veritas.
Yeah, for copy trading, it's the broker that I use so far. Because everything is fully automated. You can deposit and withdraw at any time. We don't even when I make profits, you just see them onto your screen, okay?
Yeah, I mean, they're starting to finally explain how this CapEx is going to work and talking about how very soon revenue growth is going to exceed CapEx growth. And also the fact that, you brought the point about front-loading CapEx. When they're building a data center, there are parts of the data center that have a 30-year life. There are other parts that have a much shorter life.
So now what we are going to do,
the point is that the CapEx
we're going to, I think, come back the New York session.